God's Holy Spirit. You know, sometimes when we're out here on the trail, when we're out here on the trails, sometimes people, when they're first starting to ride, they go slow. And you know what? Sometimes being slow in our decision, being slow in our ride can actually be some of the most detrimental. It can be slow because we become reactive and you get a little bit scared. Sometimes you have to be slow. You need to slow down to assess your choices, assess your direction, assess your decision, so then you can go. But in some of the terrain out here, you actually need to go faster. Even though it may be a little bit uncomfortable, to get through it, you have to go faster. Well, that comes down to being able to make decisions real quickly. And there's a difference when you're on the trail here or in life in general. There's a difference of thinking, and you can be either reactive or proactive. Most people live their lives by being reactive. That can be very dangerous, and it can cause a lot of problems, because something happens and instead of thinking through the details completely yet quickly, you just react in the moment. And so you haven't really looked at all the scenarios, the pros and cons of choices, the consequences and the benefits of that choice if you make that choice. So it's always better, in most cases, to be very proactive. But what that takes is discipline of your thinking. Once again, it takes commitment, it takes focus, it takes clarity. But when you're walking by the Word, when you're walking by the Holy Spirit, what it comes down to first and foremost is knowing how to listen to God. Because God gives us, through the Holy Spirit, God gives us instruction. He gives us the knowledge. He can give us the wisdom of what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and why to do it. But we have to learn, first of all, to listen and understand Him. For some people, God gives us, that really big gut feeling. People say, I'm intuitive, I'm psychic. Well, you're not. If you've ever said that you were born again, you've claimed Christ as your Lord, you're born again, you have Holy Spirit, that gut feeling is God talking to you. Usually, most of the people that I talk to, myself included, there are times when God has told us through that gut feeling to not do something, but our ego gets in the way and we do it anyways. When that happens, if you look at your life or you talk to people around you, those are usually some of the biggest, nastiest, messiest choices and circumstances that we end up having to clean up. Sometimes the cleanup can take years. And so here's the point. Learn to listen to how God talks to you. Sometimes He gives you a still small voice. Sometimes He comes to you through other people. Sometimes it's your gut feeling. And when God gives you instruction, sometimes you have to react real quickly. So how to do that? So reacting, you need to respond quickly, because sometimes He's going to prevent you from getting into a serious situation. And so when you get that feeling, whether it's a gut feeling, whether God just gives you information through word of knowledge, it's important to say, God, what is this about? Please give me word of knowledge about this, so then He can give you the choices, the best choices, or just tell you and show you what to do. So with that, let God be your total GPS system. He's like your God protective system, your God guidance system, and learn to listen to that voice. Sometimes it's really still and small, sometimes it's very big and loud, but the key is you got to learn to react, and sometimes you can't take your time to tune into Him. You have to always be at the ready. Just like riding out here in sand, in soft sand, sometimes you have to go faster to be safer versus going slow. So with that, I'm Deborah Sweet. May you have an awesome day. I hope God blesses you thoroughly and enjoy your journey growing through and working the Holy Spirit. Bless you.